I'm Josephine Grey, co-founder and president of St. Jamestown Community Co-op. We are in the community garden, which is located in the backyard of my home. My home happens to be the original farmhouse in Cabbagetown. It was built in 1850. So I'm very happy that we've been able to restore this piece of land to growing food, as it once did a century ago. Almost all the seedlings came from our farm partners. And our farm partners are women of African descent running farms within the Toronto area. As Toronto adopted Black food sovereignty policy, which was the result of a lot of work by Anand Laloli, who's a dear colleague and friend of mine. African Food Basket is an organization that he built, and then he got into the whole policy area of things. They have been farming and gardening and working in Black communities to get involved in healthy food sovereignty for a couple of decades now. So we're now partnered with them, and part of the process that we're working through with them is to develop a network of Black communities that are directly engaged in producing and preparing and sharing food.
Food actually brings community together. One of the things when we started the food basket, I didn't understand about the gang wars. And so we had youth from all over the city come. And it's throughout that process I realized there were enemies. But when you're on a farm, all that enemy stuff is done. Being in the soil and growing food changes your whole way of thinking and all of that. It brings community together. We have community plots over here. 2 of the people there just lost family members, and this is where they come to heal. We have some youth coming later on in the summer. These are youth that all have criminal records and they live in foster homes. They'll be coming here. You see how quiet and peaceful it is.
The St. Jamestown Community Co-op is an enterprise cooperative. The challenge that the organization was forming around was to help newcomers access healthy food and culturally appropriate food and help them navigate the North American food system. And we came to understand that there needed to be more, better supply, that it wasn't just a matter of where is this food or that food and how do we get it. We actually would need to change the food system. And then some of the newcomers were very painfully aware of the impact of climate chaos, and we call it climate chaos, not climate change, because it's not a nice gradual process that you can predict. It's chaotic and it's unpredictable. And because of this, and because of some of the issues that have happened in our neighborhood with buildings shutting down because of extreme temperature changes and building systems breaking and stuff like that, we were already pretty worried and aware of the need to be emergency prepared. So climate resilience, emergency preparedness was becoming a big focus, and we decided that we needed to design a food hub model that would help communities have food, water, energy security. We embarked on a process where we worked with some youth who were very, very good at participatory research and learning. And we did a whole bunch of charrettes with our residents. We found people who had amazing knowledge and experience from different parts of the world. In particular, I can remember Nepal, India, Uganda. And then in 2018, the City of Toronto funded a feasibility study. That feasibility study allowed us to do more of the work, but also to bring in technical consultants. It's partly to address the issues in St. Jamestown and help St. Jamestown become more resilient and sustainable. But it's also to be a replicable model that can be utilized by any community. So the whole concept is that it's by and for the community.
My name is Carrie Nichols. We are in St. Jamestown, which is a very densely populated neighborhood within Toronto. And this is the neighborhood where our co-op runs our Good Food Buying Club. I remember learning about colony collapse disorder 10 or 15, maybe even 20 years ago. And I really understood the implications of that from an agricultural perspective without having really been in ag before. Made me quit my job in the music industry, and I went and learned all about urban agriculture. I went back to school. The St. Jamestown Community Co-op is run by the community and for the community. We're really a world within a block, which means we have incredible diversity of culture. There's a lot of low income. So we are really here to serve the community, but to also empower them to be a part of the change that we all need to see.
So as we're growing our food system, through local farm and food co-op, through our partnerships with St. Jamestown, we're wanting the Open Food Network to be that supply chain platform that allows us not only to sell and distribute food, but also to be keeping stock and inventory of where our food is and who's growing what.
Our ancestors, they lived off the land. They gave back to the land. They were stewards of the land. And we know that there's so much well-being to come from being connected to nature. And so we decided that, our slogan would be connected the way nature intended. You want to hold it? Look how calm they are, guys. Yeah, look how calm. They're just smelling us. Thankfully, it stopped raining, but we're under shelter, so they're not so worried, right? The bees, the way they operate, I feel like is the epitome of what a community could be. Yeah, and they're so selfless. A long-time friend of mine, Josephine Grey, she introduced me to what they were doing in St. James Market. Growing up, I frequented the area, a lot of friends from the community, and to see how they're really flourishing when it comes to food justice has been amazing. I jumped at the opportunity to work with the co-op, and right now we're looking to have our products being sold through their program. So they have a program where it's like bulk buying. So we're offering somewhat wholesale rates to them so that people can afford to have the best local products out there. Hearing the vibrations that the bees make and really just seeing how they're continuously engaging. And it's such an inclusive community where they're just looking out for each other. I feel like it's so synonymous to what I would like to see in my own community.
In the longer view, in addition to putting our current eco-farm partners who are local into this platform, we want to be also able to integrate our southern partners and our southern farms into it as well. And this then becomes, I think, a very potent way of creating a new, sustainable, resilient, just, inclusive food system. We figure that having cut out at least, more than half of the middleman process of the food system, we should therefore be able to have decently paid farmers, decently paid workers, and affordable food.